Hi everybody, I'm Daniel, and today I'm going to be addressing a question that I got on the YouTube channel about submissions. So the question was from a 4-stripe white belt, and he was asking, how do I get more submissions? I'm getting in good positions, I'm going for submissions, and I'm not able to land them. So I'm going to talk about 5 things that you can do to increase your submission potential. And if you're not getting a lot of submissions in practice, I guarantee you're not doing at least one of these things. You're probably not doing any of them. But we'll start with the first and probably most obvious thing to me. The thing that I see from white belts and blue belts the most often, the reason they're not getting submissions, is number one is off balancing. So I'm going to use my partner Charlie here. So imagine this scenario. I'm in Charlie's guard. He is the good guy in this situation, and I put my arms out. Every jiu-jitsu guy in the history of mankind is going to have a tendency to try to throw this leg up over the head and catch me in an armbar, okay? Now, the problem is, when I'm doing this, I'm baiting him so that I can pass guard, okay? So, as I throw this arm here, and as he throws his leg up and over, I retract slightly, okay? And then I put my hand here and I start to pass guard, okay? How many times do I see this in white belt class? All the freaking time. Now, how much different would this be when Charlie off balances me? So imagine Charlie is doing what we call like the washing machine. So you have a broken washing machine and I'm around like this and it's hard for me to keep my balance. All of a sudden, I can't control it and I'm putting my hand here. Now it's easy for him to scoot the hip out and start to make this attack. Whoop, make this attack on my arm, and it's impossible for me to defend because I have not been off balance. Now this also goes for being on top. So how many times do we see this as well? And we're just going to stick with the armbar theme because, well, we have a lot to cover in this video, and I'm going to try to make it as short as I can. But how many times have we seen this in a white or blue belt tournament? I'm here like this, I have mount, I do just like I do in practice, I mount up and I go for my arm bar and he slips the arm slightly, starts stacking up on top and starts to pass my guard. So what I have not done effectively from the top is off balance him. So he's in balance right now because I'm over his hips for one, so he can buck me forward or do these kinds of things, off balance, being able to off balance me. Now, when you see, if you watch the high level guys, they very rarely will hit a quick armbar like this. It does happen sometimes, but it's kind of rare. Usually what you see happen is I walk a hand up and I snatch, right? And I'm here and I start to work up and I start to work in a choke. Guy kind of goes on his side to alleviate the choke. Oh, I pin this arm down. And then I start to work up to S-mount and I'm slowly working. Now he's totally off balance, right? Now I'm working this twisted arm control. He has this arm. Oh man, and we'll talk about submission chaining here in a little while, but we'll just make this simple for now, which is just a simple arm bar. So I'm here, I start attacking like a Nogi Ezekiel. So I'm here and I'm attacking his Nogi Ezekiel. He has to extend this arm out or put these arms together. Oh, now I grab his arm. He's still off balance. Oh, I start to walk this around. I got his head pinned now. He's totally off balance now. And now I plant my foot. Now what potential does he have to escape? He's completely off balance. And now I'm in balance. I realized that I had to catch my hand there, but I'm in balance. I have his arms gathered. He has no chance to buck away, and now we're in our spider web, okay? And we go into our spider web series, which we'll talk about here in a second, about submission chaining and things like that. But the point is, top or bottom, the first thing that I see from white belt, blue belt is inability to off balance. The second thing that I see mostly from people who are unable to do submissions, especially white belt and blue belt level, is your mindset. So what I see repeatedly is I have a dominant position of some kind, we're just gonna use mount because it's easiest. I have dominant position sometime, and I'm based out, which is awesome. Position before submission right, I'm based out, I got my feet crossed, I'm airplaned out. Okay, great, awesome. Now how am I gonna get submission like this? Okay, I'm airplaned out like this. No submissions happening from here, not likely. You see guys like start to dig in like this, okay? Now, my mindset should be, I'm always going toward a submission of some kind. So when I get mount, I'm not happy with this, okay? Oh, congratulations, you got 4 points. Slow clap, okay? No one cares. What they should care about and what everybody cares about is a submission, or at least working toward a submission goal. So my mindset says, when I'm in mount, I'm not happy. I'm not happy until, oh, I start to extend a limb. Now, how much better is this? When I'm here in mount and I dig and I start to walk, my hands up. Now I have my head and arm. Now I have a variety of submissions that I can go to from here. I can start going to a head and arm choke. I can start working up to our mounted triangle series, right? I can do all of these things, but I wasn't happy with just achieving the position. I'm gonna start walking the hands up. I'm gonna start moving consistently in one direction. And so, here's the other thing. So, I see guys give up too soon. So they have this, they start to walk up, this guy swims inside. Okay, awesome. I attack, then they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna base out for a little bit. I'm just gonna base out. What they should be doing is, I go straight back to the neck, okay? He's gonna have to bring his hands into play one way or another, and as soon as he does that, oh, I'm walking up again. I'm gathering the head and the arm. I'm gathering this together, and I'm starting to work my submission series again. So that's the second thing that I see is most common for people who are unable to hit submission. Hey guys, so the next thing that I see most often is for guys who are unable to get submissions, or guys who are unable to escape as well, is the inability to go, or the mindset of going from a defensive cycle to an offensive cycle. So I'm gonna have Charlie, he's mounted up on me like this, and what I see repeatedly is a bunch of teammates shouting, get on your side, get on your side. Guy's struggling, he finally gets over onto his side. This guy dismounts, and now he's in side control, and he's attacking my back. And all he did was remove his leg, right? And it's the simplest thing, and I see it repeatedly every tournament that I go to, I think. I see this guy, he'll start pushing on this leg, and he's like, okay, cool. Now I have your back and everything else, okay? So, let's think about this. So, number one thing is, when I'm escaping, what do I first do? What was the first thing on this video? Off balance. That's what nobody ever wants to do, okay? So, I get him off balance, and then immediately I go into an offensive cycle. So, I post on the my frame here on the hip, and I buck up. Now he's off balance, and now I transition straight into an offensive cycle where I'm attacking his leg. Now, he pulls away or does something. Hey man, that's cool. We'll just fight from neutral now. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Or I'll start offensively attacking the other leg, or I'll go into other submissions. But the mindset of going directly from a defensive cycle to an offensive cycle will help you both escape from bottom position. It'll make your bottom position more dangerous. Of course, it will get you more sweeps because people are running away from your submissions. And I mean, it's going to help every part of your game. Defensive cycle, straight into an offensive cycle, and get that submission threat in there every time. All right, guys, so the third thing we're gonna talk about is submission chaining. So chances are, if you are not getting a lot of submissions in class or in tournaments or something like that, you don't have a cohesive submission chain. So you'll see this on, I think it's my Danaher armbar video review. When I'm going into my submission chains, it's not like, oh, I have an armbar, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the armbar no matter what. Come hell or high water, I'm getting the armbar. I should be fluidly transitioning from the neck attack, arm attack, a variety of things. So when I'm here like this and he's struggling and doing these things, what is preventing me from improving my position to this, right? Well, now I have this and he starts stacking or doing whatever, and I can start coming into my triangle series. So I'm going from armbar to triangle, okay? So now he wants to turn the other way to get this arm away from me. I come up to my mounted triangle. Now I'm in my mounted triangle series. I'm attacking Kimura, right? I'm attacking straight armbar. I'm attacking, of course, with this triangle that's pretty well sunk. And I can start pinning this other arm and straightening this arm. So if I tuck this arm behind my shoulder, even if he lets it break, he's still in a lot of danger here from me clamping down on this triangle. So anyway, chaining submissions together, okay? And we're going to talk about micro transition drills here in a second, but chaining drills, chaining submissions together is a vital importance. The next thing we're going to talk about is micro transition drills. So a micro transition drill is simply practicing a submission or a sweep in very small increments, or a takedown, or whatever you want to drill in very small increments. So getting used to this. Simple, right? Practicing that over and over. I'm getting into that position, getting into that position, getting into that position. I do this a bunch of times. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is practice my wrist. Flex my wrist, flex my wrist. Okay, I'm transitioning just one little piece of the move, right? Now I'm practicing my other transition to the move. Bring it back. I don't want to break my other arm on my dummy here, so I'm not going to bring him too far back. But I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Now I'm going to transition, just like we were talking about submission chaining. Now I'm just going to do a simple submission chain, and I'm going to pretend that he has straightened his arm to get it away from me. I tuck my head here, dig under, grab on top, and I'm going to Kimura. Now I submission chain from the Kimura, right? Now he straightens it out. I dive to the other side, dive under, bring to the Americana, and you see where this is going, right? So we do these these micro transition drills. Probably the most famous micro transition drill is something that I did for a long time as a white belt, and that is leg lock transition drills. So if you've seen any of Lloyd Irvin's stuff on the straight ankle lock, I'm just using a steel bar, but you can use a wooden bar with some newspaper wrapped around it, or some type of foam wrapped around it. But just getting here in position, right? So I'm pretending that I have one leg dug in, I have one on the top, and just practicing this hand position right here, getting used to different positions of coverage, transitioning to the other hand, getting my body used to feeling that sweet spot of the submission. So, guys, if you're having trouble hitting submissions, like I said, you're probably not doing one of those 5 things. If you are doing all of those 5 things and you're still having trouble, let me know, and let me know if you found a secret or a solution to those things, because, bro, I'm still definitely learning all the time. So let me know. Inform me. Let me grow and learn. But that's all I have for you guys today.
Hard work, that's what they say.